On August 28, 2025, at Camp Atterbury in Indiana, the United States Army observed a demonstration that may mark a turning point in the fight against unmanned aerial systems. In front of military officials, international delegations, and members of the press, Epirus, a defense technology company based in California, deployed its Leonidas Electromagnetic weapon against a formation of quadcopter drones. Within seconds, 49 aircraft that had been flying in coordinated patterns lost control and plummeted into a nearby field. This rapid and simultaneous neutralization of a swarm represented not only a proof of concept but also a glimpse into how future conflicts may be shaped by directed energy weapons rather than traditional kinetic defenses. The Leonitis system does not operate like conventional interceptors or even standard electronic warfare tools. Rather than launching a missile at each target, it emits a burst of high-power microwave energy that disables the onboard electronics of multiple drones in one strike. By projecting electromagnetic energy across a wide area, the system bypasses the limitations of jamming, which can be circumvented by drones with autonomous navigation or fiber optic connections. It also avoids the precision requirements of laser weapons, which must remain locked on an individual target long enough to inflict damage. In this way, Leonidas reduces the engagement costs and logistical burdens that have challenged traditional air defense when facing large numbers of small aerial threats. The demonstration occurred at a moment when defense communities around the world are reassessing their vulnerability to drone swarms. Unmanned aerial systems, once regarded as niche or supporting assets, have become essential tools in both state and non-state arsenals. They are capable of overwhelming defenses, targeting critical infrastructure, conducting surveillance, and striking military positions at a fraction of the cost of conventional weapons. In conflicts across the Middle East, Eastern Europe, and Asia, drone attacks have demonstrated an ability to inflict serious damage without requiring the sophisticated platforms or logistical networks associated with manned aircraft. As swarming technologies improve and proliferate, the challenge of countering them has become one of the highest priorities for military planners. Leonidas represents an attempt to answer this challenge through scalability and adaptability. The company has developed multiple versions of the system to meet different operational needs. The standard configuration provides a stationary defense against incoming threats, suitable for protecting bases or strategic infrastructure. Leonidas Mobile integrates onto tactical vehicles, enabling maneuvering forces to shield themselves from aerial harassment while on the move. Leonidas Pod adapts the same core technology into a lighter package for use on aircraft or other mobile platforms, extending electromagnetic defense into new domains. This modular approach has made Leonidas a candidate for the U.S. Army's Indirect Fire Protection Capability, High-Power Microwave Program, an initiative aimed at creating a layered defense against rockets, artillery, mortars, and drones. During the test at Camp Atterbury, the simplicity of the system's effect was striking. Observers saw dozens of quadcopters drop simultaneously, each rendered useless by a single burst of directed energy. While the demonstration was orchestrated, the implications for real-world conflict are significant. In a scenario where adversaries might launch waves of inexpensive drones against a defended site, Leonidas could neutralize the threat without expending costly missiles or relying on constant reloading. The system's capacity to address multiple targets at once makes it particularly valuable in an era where mass drone attacks are becoming more common. The U.S. military has been exploring these capabilities beyond domestic testing grounds. Earlier in 2025, during Exercise Balikatan in the Philippines, American forces employed high-power microwave systems in a tropical environment alongside Allied units. The exercise involved the Indirect Fire Protection Capability System working with the Fixed-Site Low, Slow, Small Unmanned Aerial System Integrated Defeat System, known as FS lids. The FS lids component provided detection and tracking, while the high-power microwave system neutralized targets once identified. This layered defense model demonstrated how different non-kinetic technologies can be integrated to create a comprehensive shield against aerial threats, highlighting the flexibility of directed energy solutions across different theaters of operation. The significance of these trials is underscored by the involvement of the Rapid Capabilities and Critical Technologies Office, the Army body responsible for fast-tracking advanced weapons development. Their oversight ensures that lessons learned from demonstrations like Camp Atterbury and Balakadon are fed directly into future designs and procurement strategies. The emphasis is on building reliable, field-ready systems that can operate in diverse environments and scale up to meet the demands of modern warfare. While the technology is still maturing, the trajectory suggests that electromagnetic defenses will soon be deployed alongside conventional systems as part of a layered air defense architecture. For Epirus, the rise of drone warfare has validated its founding mission. Established in 2018, the company has rapidly become a key partner for multiple branches of the U.S. military, providing not only technology but also a strategic vision for countering unmanned threats. Its chief executive officer, Andy Lowery, has described drones as a sixth domain of warfare, joining land, sea, air, space, and cyber as fundamental arenas of competition. This framing reflects the scale of the challenge. Drones are not merely new tools within existing doctrines, but disruptive elements that require entirely new approaches to defense and offense. The Leonitis system is designed with this philosophy in mind, prioritizing adaptability and resilience over one-size-fits-all solutions. The demonstration also reflects a broader shift in how the United States views its modernization priorities. For decades, the focus of advanced defense technology was on precision-guided munitions, stealth aircraft, and missile defense systems. While these remain critical, the rise of drones has forced planners to consider threats that are less costly, less predictable, and potentially more numerous than traditional military assets. Electromagnetic weapons like Leonitis fill a gap in existing defenses, offering a cost-effective way to counter saturation attacks that might otherwise drain missile inventories or overwhelm traditional detection systems. Despite its successes, Leonitis and other high-power microwave systems face limitations. Range remains a key concern, with lasers generally capable of engaging threats at longer distances. Moreover, electromagnetic weapons may be affected by environmental conditions or shielding technologies that adversaries could develop in response. However, their demonstrated ability to eliminate swarms in seconds provides a capability unmatched by any other single system. This makes them not replacements, but complements to other defenses, forming a multi-layered network designed to handle everything from lone drones to massed aerial assaults. Looking forward, the integration of systems like Leonitis into operational units will be crucial. As adversaries continue to experiment with drone tactics, the demand for flexible, scalable defenses will only grow. Whether deployed on the battlefield, at forward operating bases, or in defense of critical civilian infrastructure, electromagnetic weapons are poised to play a central role in ensuring resilience against one of the defining threats of the 21st century. The Camp Atterbury test served not just as a technological milestone, but as a signal that the United States is preparing to meet this challenge with new tools and doctrines. At a time when the balance between offense and defense is constantly shifting, the ability to adapt quickly is paramount. The Leonidas demonstration illustrated that adaptation is possible, and that directed energy can redefine what air defense looks like in practice. It showed that even against massed, low-cost threats, advanced technology can deliver decisive results without the prohibitive expense of missile-based solutions. As military observers evaluate the lessons of this test, one conclusion is clear: the future of air defense will not be decided solely by steel and explosives, but increasingly by invisible waves of energy capable of reshaping the battlefield in an instant.